Welcome to day number 2 of the Axopar ex-Joby launch and to the beautiful and picturesque Suomenlinna, which was built in the mid-1700s as a defense fortification for the city of Helsinki. Today, Suomenlinna is a celebrated UNESCO World Heritage Site and a popular summer hangout for tourists and locals alike. Next time you are in Helsinki, this is the place to visit with a bottle of quality wine and good friends. Today, though, it's not going to be that day. Today we are running sea trials and testing the boats under the harshest conditions known to man. The Finnish winter.
It's here where we feel most alive, searching for tranquility and the raw beauty of Mother Nature. Surrounded by rapid and untamed waters, united. Our hectic lives deprive us from experiencing the here and now, constantly forcing us to go blindfolded from one task to the next. It's only when we slow down that nature starts revealing her true beauty and power. In that fleeting moment, we can be close to her heartbeat, as one, in the moment. It's what makes us feel alive.
Day 2 is finally here. It's December and it's freezing, but I have an amazing Ursuit dry suit on, so I will be warm. Today I'll get to drive these boats. I'm so excited. And here we have Janne waiting for me.
Hi Thea.
How are you doing today?
I'm feeling great.
I'm very excited. I get to drive the boat today for the first time.
Oh yes, we're going to do a lot of cool stuff today.
Yes. So, it is December. It's pretty cold. Is it normal that people are boating on December?
It's never about the weather. It's all about the gear.
Yeah.
So as long as you're protecting yourself, wearing the right gear, you will have a great time out on anything you do. Skiing, water skiing, boating, whatever. Just have the proper gear and you will have a great time out on the water.
We're not going to water ski today.
No, we're probably going to have someone water skiing or
Really?
wakeboarding today as a small teaser.
Oh my God.
Oh yes. Well, of course, we're in Finland and we didn't experience sauna, so at least we need to do some wakeboarding or water skiing behind a boat. That's at least what we can offer you today.
So we are in the beautiful Suomenlinna. You've been here before with Axopar?
Oh yes, this is a very popular place for us. It's very short ferry ride over, but it's so beautiful. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And we actually did a photo shoot at one of our adventure series here with the Axopar 37. And we also had the last year's dealer event exactly at this location at the same time, more or less. So we got over 100 dealers all around the world experiencing Finland December. We also offered sauna for them.
Yeah, sauna is perfect.
After a day like this, sauna is, yes. This is typical Helsinki weather between November and December. So,
Yeah.
So it's been changing between 2 storms actually. So it's a bit cloudy today. Let's hope we get a better weather later on today.
A little bit sun.
A little bit
We're
sun.
going to get
Yes,
some
yes,
sun,
definitely.
hopefully.
Let's just go and have a first look at the boats and then I take you out driving.
Yes!
Cool.
I'm so excited! Buckle up. Safety first.
So I would say that one of the main things an Axopar is known for, that in slow harbor speeds, we can track straight. Even if we have a little of wind, the boat still tracks where you point the steering wheel. The boat actually does exactly what you want it to do.
Okay.
But for an experienced boater, it also relaxes him. He doesn't need to be, looking out too much. He knows exactly where he has his boat. Now we're half seating and we have a great overview and we're sitting a bit higher so we can see any obstacles in the harbor. Also, the ergonomics, we intentionally moved the steering wheel a bit more to the left so that you have a neutral relationship with the steering and the throttle. Driving slow in a harbor is also to understand how you have the engine, because the engine is your steering, and if you don't have any power, you have no steering also at the same time. So always keep a small speed on the boat while you're driving, and then you have a good control over the boat. So I would say driving 3 knots at a harbor, you have really good handling and you have responsive steering. Using the steering wheel, I always have one hand on the throttle when we go out. So try also to learn to turn the steering wheel with one hand.
With one hand, okay. Yeah. Not like driving a car with the 10 and the 2.
No. Oh. This is more or less driving a boat, and especially in harbors, you need to be ready to do quick maneuvers because you need to turn the boats. And it
looks like it turns very easily.
Yeah, it turns very easily, but there is a small delay. Yeah. So every time you turn the steering wheel, you can almost count to 3. 1, 2, 3 before the boat reacts. Okay. And then when the boat has reacted, you can then turn it back again and then it goes straight again. Yeah. Small things, but just give the boat a bit time.
Okay.
Then it will make your life so much easier. The only thing you need to be observing is the throttle and the steering and where you're going. We've been driving for a long time already without me grabbing the steering wheel, and the boat still tracks straight. Many other boats, many competitors will start wearing off the instant you stop steering. There is also many boats that are not tracking straight, that they go like a snake.
Why is
in
that?
Slow speed. It's because how the hull is made, and it also a second thing is that the profile of the boat is so big that the wind catches the boat way easier. So that's also why the Axopars have a lower silhouette, so that the wind isn't catching it either that much. So do you want to try?
I do want to try.
Let's stop here. I think this is a good spot. And let's give Thea her first drive. Good. There you go.
It's good that we have these life jackets, so I'm not gonna...
Put it in forward. And then you wait again like 2-3 seconds. And then you have propulsion. And now it's all good. And instantly you also feel that you have steering. Also, additionally, I want to see you use the kill switch. This is something that everybody needs to operate on every boat. A responsible skipper will never leave this unused. It's as important as a life jacket. You would fall off or something happen, it kills the engine instantly. So, the engine is dead, and now the boat stands still.
Just like in jet skis, and I've been...
Do you have any other questions for me?
How fast does it go?
With this engine, we're doing 35 knots. That's going to be a good speed.
In the land?
At land speed, I would say 65 kilometers an hour, something like that. That's pretty much for going on the ocean. Yeah. But it's going to handle well. Okay, Thea, so let's practice to turn full lock and keep this speed. Yeah. And you will get an understanding how big of a radius the boat is requiring for you to safely turn around. Yeah. Actually, you're going a bit slow, so if you just speed up just a tad, up to 3 knots, then you will also feel that the turn is getting tighter. And you will also have better control of the steering again. That's a good speed. Keep it at this. And let's just keep rolling one turn around. So now, Thea, you also understand when you apply throttle and you turn the boat, you can also keep a tight radius.
Yes.
So how do you feel? Visibility from the helm? Controls?
It's really good and feels very balanced and safe. And it's easy to steer. And now we welcome the CEO of the company, Mikke. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing today? It's pretty cold out here.
It's depending how you're clothing. This is outdoor life, so I feel warm, I feel great.
So you're the CEO of the company, but what do you exactly do inside of the company?
Yes, what I do, I actually generating growth and helping people to fulfill themselves within the company. Because I've been working at least for 2 decades how to make international growth, and Axopar has grown tremendously. During the last 3 years, we have 4-doubled our turnover, and we have recruited a lot of good people. And if you want today lead people successfully and make them be successful internationally, you need to coach them. So actually I'm a chief executive coach.
Coach, okay.
And I like to inspire people. I tell them about the future. And leadership is all about storytelling and see the forest instead of one tree. To work with an Axopar, we do it with a joy. Sometimes we do tricky issues, but I would like to see the smile. So when I walk around in the offices, what we have today is 6 offices, I like to see some smiling people.
Positivity.
Yeah. If I see them not in good mood, I say, hey, what happened? Have you dropped your keys or what is the problem?
Yeah. I've been told that Axopar is actually an adventure company. So how do you fit in with that?
It's all about outdoor. We have nature, we have sea, we have lakes. By the way, we have 188,000 lakes in Finland.
That's true.
And that's why I'm so proud. Now we have the first boat that we can also drive it in smaller lakes.
Trailerability especially.
Yes. And I was very inspired by Janne having a passion that he really likes to fulfill himself outdoor with different kind of exploring himself. So what we have in common, we spend a lot of time outside. I have been a hunter since I was 7 years old and a legal hunter since I was 50 years old. And now I have 3 sons who hunt together with me.
Yeah.
It's all about passion. And it's very tricky after all to build up an international fast-growing company. So it starts off that we need to be ahead while we are putting in resources, how we lead this company. So we're already sparring each other with Janne 3 to 4 or 5 years ahead. What should we be then? And then we need to have the people that will grow with us. And it should be a bit tempting company. And that's why the recruiting is so crucial, that we get involved people who would like to deal with boats. We need boaters, professional boaters, skippers. We need growth people who can explore and generate growth. And we need the best possible leadership. And when we are at the best, we can see that people start to see that I would like to work for Axopar the next 2 decades. So it's all about how we explore ourselves as an employer.
Yeah, and it's also a way how we actually mix different people with different cultures, nationalities, and also ways of thinking. So we're having the boating people to think about the obvious things that are involved in boating, but we also have a really great, I would say, like a mindset of people or like a overture of people that are excelling in their own areas. We're not only looking for the people with the boating skills, we're taking engineers from leading companies within automotive industry or truck industries, just to also challenge ourselves in a way of thinking, how can our boats actually be produced from the very conventional way they are being produced today. The one beauty of Axopar, when we get a customer out on a sea trial, that's usually a sale. So many people buy boats from boat shows without no understanding how the boat will handle the actual purpose it's made for. And for a beginner who doesn't have this skill set to evaluate what's a good boat and what's a bad boat, it's really daunting. He can go on a boat show. A boat can be very nicely presented. It can be, the sales pitch can be exemplary for the customer about that boat. And the very first minute he takes the boat out in his lake or his sea or his conditions, he might find out that the boat is not up to his expectations. So that's what we really try to do, is just to explain what an Axopar boat is truly about and go into the details so that the customers or anybody interested in an Axopar gets a better overview of us as a company, but also us as the people behind it, and also about our products. Another great example of how people get to know Axopars is that we also have charter business all around the world. And we have actually done really successful sales of people coming and chartering a boat for a day, for a week, whatever, falling in love with the boat, ending up in a sale afterwards. So the drivability, the handling, and to be able to fulfill all our customers' expectations once they go out with the boat on the water, that is critical for us and Axopar as a company.
But that's what you do with the car also. You test drive
that
both.
is absolutely natural in the car environment. In the boat environment, none. I don't believe that more than 20% of sales have been done prior with a sea trial. So I think 80% of boat sales are still bought from brochures, catalogs, websites, or talking to dealers without the sea trial.
Yeah. That's why we're doing this now.
Oh yes, definitely.
Thank you, Mikke, for the interview and wish me luck.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We brought 4 boats with us here today, all with different options, just so that you can get a clear overview what we have on offer on the Spider and also on the Axopar X Joby range of products. Cool. If we start with the first boat, this is what I would call the typical Scandinavian boat you buy to use for everyday commuting between your summer home and your port or your trailer. Let's get on board. Open deck spaces, nothing really cluttering anything on the boat, easy come and easy go. Just with a small aft bench, 2 pilot seats, and that's it. Handrails all around so that wherever you go on the boat, you will always feel safe inside of the boat and have something to hold on. Perfect starter boat, 115 horsepower, goes around 32 knots with a good average cruising speed of 25 knots. Okay, so this is the basic model. From where the Spider starts, let's have a look at all the other ones.
Yes.
Here we have the Axopar X Joby, the standard model of that one. What I particularly like on this boat is how all the graphics and how all the neon greens and the turquoise colors actually pop against the white gel coat. So the EVA decking is the same material they are using on their stand-up paddle boards. And we now just moved that material on board on the boat.
That is really smart. So you have a good grip when you...
Definitely. Even now we have ice on the deck. It's really grippy, but especially in summertime, you will always feel warm walking on this deck. So it's really nice, soft to the touch, and it's also warm to the feet.
And the color is beautiful.
Oh yes, how the teal color really pops out towards the white color. I also like the graphics package that we put on the boat. All small details all around. And also what this boat has as an additional option is a grab rail on the front bow. What we also did is we also extended the EVA decking onto the anchor locker in front.
So when you want to jump out in the water from there?
Yeah, that is one you can do, but it's usually more or less used. You usually access the boat from the bow. The first thing you step on is the Axopar X Joby sign. So let's have a look at the more boats.
Okay, this boat I recognize. It looks very...
Familiar,
yeah.
Yes, this is the boat that we had at the train factory. So we just put it in the water for you. There are a few things I want to show on this boat that you didn't see in the train factory. So one, that we installed on this boat a spray hood. And this is particularly good when you're going boating like we're going to do today. I'm now way better protected from wind and spray. And also I can additionally even extend the spray hood into a full-size canopy if I so want. So I can enclose the whole boat. But this is more or less really typical boating in Scandinavia where you still want to have some sort of weather protection. Additionally, what I didn't mention before is that all spiders, always as standard, has a huge storage in the bow. So you just simply open up, you have a huge storage area.
Yeah.
So whatever type of bags, whatever type of gear you're bringing with you, you just throw it in and you close the door. Very simple, easy in, easy out.
Fishing gear, paddle boards, whatever.
Bags,
Yes.
anything. All your groceries for your weekend at the summer home, everything. Just put it in here and go.
Very good. And we have one left.
Oh, yes. This is actually one of my favorites because of the engine. It's
Okay.
with the 150 horsepower EF5. We come to that later. One thing I also want to tell you is how you access the boat on a 22. So first thing is that the boat handles very stable. So that when you're stepping on board, it's not leaning over or heeling. That's also a sensation of comfort. Even with the U sofa, you never need to step on the cushions to enter the boat.
Okay. Easy.
Easy.
Very easy.
Small things. Why I like this engine, it's got a good price to performance ratio. And you can do up to 35 knots of top speed with this engine. And it runs very silently and very comfortably. And you don't need to have a power assistance on the steering or driving this engine. If you come around here,
Yes.
driving position on an Axopar Spider. We have on all our Axopar boats, we've always been focused on having an ergonomic helm and doing it in the best way possible. So on the 22 Spider, you can actually drive the boat fully standard, upright and looking forward, having a great view of anything around you.
Yes.
Also, what you can do is you can lean back a bit. And this is a relaxed position, but just when you're getting in and out of harbors, you're still easy in, easy out,
Yeah.
and you're always in control. What you then also, of course, can do is just seat it down
Oh, yeah.
for the long voyage. So all of these three positions have been carefully thought of that we're still having a great ergonomic. So that you have a great overview of the helm, there is nothing obstructing your view, and you're still protected by the plexi screen,
Yeah.
which actually can be adjusted. Is that you can easily adjust the windscreen. Even standing up, I'm having a great protection from wind and spray. Additionally, going forward, I think this boat also has a toilet.
It does? Where?
It's in the front. Let's have a look.
There's a toilet in here.
That's an option you can have, either with freshwater or saltwater flush.
I want to try this. Oh, this
Sitting
is
comfortably?
crazy. It's really comfortable, and you can wash your hands here.
Yeah, we wanted to make a toilet for a 22-footer. There are not that many out on the market available. If you were out with kids, anyone who wants to use
Yeah.
the toilet, you have it on board. So let's go and have a ride.
Yes, it's time to boat.
Yes.
It feels very stable and very,
Yes.
very safe. Feels really good for a first timer. I don't even know how it's supposed to feel, but this feels really good.
Yeah.
I'm in the big leagues now.
Oh, yeah.
So why the 22 Axopar?
You're the perfect example of why the 22. We actually want to create more boaters, and we want to get more people experiencing seasons and sceneries everywhere around the world. And we wanted to provide the best handling, best driving, best overall package that is available on the market for anybody to drive. Also, of course, the price point is very important. So we really made special care to keep the price point on this really interesting. Driving in wavy conditions can be a bit daunting in the beginning, but just trust what the boat is doing. Trust me, and I will be helping you driving the boat. And it's actually calmed down between the storms, so I would say we have pretty nice weather actually right now. But you definitely feel the difference going offshore
Yeah.
or driving in sheltered waters. Looking good. All good. just drive this speed for a while.
Yeah.
You get accustomed how the boat rolls, how it holds,
Yeah.
how it
Woo!
holds its steering. So also one really important part with the hull of the 22, because we made it so wide, is now creating this amazing stability for a 22-footer, which means that the boat doesn't want to rock or roll or anything. It just keeps straight and it's very stable. Good you're holding the hand on the
Yeah.
throttle. Happy about that.
Okay.
Because if anything would happen, you can always pull off the throttle.
Yeah.
That's a good safety measure to remember.
I'm sorry. This is so much fun.
Being here now for 5 minutes, have you felt the boat rolling in any way too much?
No, it's just been nicely.
Bobbing.
Yeah.
We have one of the best stability for a 22-footer, which is critical when you're outside of sheltered waters. So that even if you just want to stay at anchor, go fishing, enjoy yourself out in a nice bay, but there is still some waves, you still need to feel comfortable on
Yes,
board.
of course.
And the boat can't be rolling too much. Reversing into the waves with the enclosed transom keeps the water out. Perfect if you're fishing
Yeah.
or just backing up against the great swell.
And you
Fully
are
safe.
standing all the time, so this feels
Yes,
really
yes, yes, it's stable.
even standing
Yes,
up.
there are very few boats that can do this
Yeah.
in this size range. And there is not even any splash. So the day draws to a close. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day, but
Eventful.
it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was a little hesitant because it's so cold and the waves are pretty
Big.
today. But I felt very safe, and driving it's super easy and safe. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm happy you enjoyed your day. And I weren't expecting you to start jumping the wakes of the camera boat so fast. But that's just, I'm happy that you had the courage to do it,
Yeah.
and also that you did it so well.
Thank you. It was so much fun. I've been only driving jet skis before this, so
Yeah.
this is what was my first time to drive a big boat.
Yeah.
This is big boat for me, and this is your smallest, but this is for me. It's
For
a big
you, the
one.
biggest. Yeah. But I was happy you could take the time and follow us out at the sea to really get that Axopar experience, what our products is all about.
Yeah. So can I order one to Los Angeles, where I live?
Definitely, we can arrange that. No worries.
Nice.
So,
nice.
do you want to keep heading back to city, or do you want to do some more driving?
A little bit more driving, then we can go back because it's getting dark and it's cold in here.
Yeah,
a little
but
bit more.
Have a look at the Helsinki skyline.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. No matter what time of the year, we're always going to be enjoying Helsinki.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thea.
Let's go.
Let's go! Yes, anna mennä vaan. Kyllä ne kaasua vaan.